Time to talk about Autumn. So Autumn gets her introductory scenes substantially before the other two people in our friend group, and there are a couple of big reasons for that. One reason is Autumn is very, very boring. Now that might sound like an insult, but there are plenty of boring characters that shine. They usually use a straight man technique, by which I mean the comedy trope straight man. They don't have to actually be straight men. Essentially what that does is you have someone zany exuding as much zany energy as they can, and the straight man performs acting aikido and turns that energy into their own presence by negating it. That could have happened in this game, but that's not what happened. Autumn never actually acts as a straight man, and the reason for that is quite simple. We're up against Nora and Kat. Both of them consume every scrap of oxygen on the stage. They are acting monsters. There is no room for Autumn. If it was just one of them, Autumn could be the straight man, but when the two of them are both on stage, they bounce off of each other or off of you, and there is just no room for Autumn. This leaves Autumn very underutilized and with no late story stage presence, so she has to be introduced early in order to get her foot in the door before their acting starts. This is what happened with Kate back in the original Life is Strange as well. In order to even notice she existed, she had to be introduced before you met your love interest. Once you and your lover start to move, there's no room on the stage for anybody else. The two of you consume every scrap of oxygen. Same thing here. And just like with Kate, the other reason that we introduce her early is because we want to help her. Both Kate and Autumn are hardworking, earnest girls that just want the best for everybody. They're real sweethearts. And so when they are in trouble and when they suffer, we want to step in and help them. You always want to step in and help the puppy that some asshole kicked. So we try and help Autumn out in the past when she gets her keys stolen. And in the present, we try and help her out when she calls us up and tells us that she found an absolutely terrifying package and she desperately needs us to come and help her sort it out. Now, on paper, this is good, and I guess it's probably the best approach, but it has one rather glaring flaw, and that glaring flaw is I really, really hate this framing device. I think I've made that clear by now. I've been trying to avoid talking about it after that first episode where I really ragged on it, because it's like a boundless sea of largely unearned hate. I just don't think this framing device adds anything, and it takes so much away. A framing device is supposed to tell you how to interpret the story, how to get more out of the story, but that's not what happens here. What we see here is we came to another country, to the middle of nowhere, because this lady said that she was so terrified of this package she got that she couldn't handle it alone. So this is how our opening moments actually unfold.
It's... One sec. It's my boss. But, like I was saying, that day we met, we had no idea what we were in for.
I know.
Sorry for texting. I just can't leave him hanging.
It's okay, really.
Thanks. I know I'll stress if I ignore this. I'd rather be catching up with you, but my boss needs me to put out his fires, as usual.
So that accomplished less than nothing. There was a very, very clumsy attempt at foreshadowing where she just comes out and says, hey, the story eventually gets good, I promise. I don't know why they felt she had to say that. It's pretty clear that the story is being told. Obviously, at some point there are stakes. Stakes are going to happen. But my bigger problem with this is the fact that she's introduced as not being here. She's distracted, she's uninterested in what's happening here, and this is at odds with her messages of this terrifying package that she couldn't handle on her own. Now, if I was forced to use this 40-year-old version, I would probably have us be the one responsible for telling her to take it easy and to answer her boss's calls and stuff like that. Like, I'd have her, like, she'd be pushing the box at us, and she'd be like, I can't deal with this. What the hell is this box? And it would be our job to talk her down. Our job to say, let's wait for Nora. Our job to say, you have a phone call, you should take it. The fact that she is so not interested is a huge problem, because it means that nothing interesting is happening. Great. Okay, so we're done. I'll go back to fucking Canada. Now, in this case, we can talk to her about, a variety of things.
How was your drive?
Just
But all of the responses are non-committal, bored, and uninterested. Not here, not present, not caring.
Hello from the future.
what's that?
Oh, don't mind me. Just reading some of these scribbles.
I'm glad they don't scrub them off.
I don't know why they thought this incredibly dull downbeat was what they needed.
It's so weird being back here.
Once I gave my mom a grandkid, I made her come to me. Can't say I miss this place at all.
Now let's compare and contrast that to how we actually get introduced in 1995, which is so much more spectacular that it's almost unbelievable that they tried to do these two framing devices back to back. It's like watching two people who have the same job, and one of them shits his pants while falling in a river, and the other one pole vaults across the river. It's like, yeah, you really want to draw a comparison between the two? Okay, let's do it.
Want a drink? I've got it.
Yeah, thanks. That'd be great. Whatever you think's good. I'll get next round.
And this is obviously the other framing device, our camcorder.
Can you state your name and your age into the camera?
Uh-huh. Wait. What's all this for, anyways?
I'm making a documentary.
I'm Autumn Lockhart. I turned 16 last October. And I'm an army brat. Me and my folks moved here a few years ago. Sorry, are you rolling?
What makes you happy?
Skateboard? Sleep? Drink pop? Oh, I love video games. I'm saving up for this new fighting one. I crush Nora every time.
Putting aside the poor facial animations, this is so good.
Am I doing okay?
Anyone ever tell you that you look great on camera?
What? No. No way.
You're so pretty. I could totally picture you on the cover of, like, Elle or something.
Oh my god, stop! Dad let me take a sip of his beer one time. Never tried it before. Blech. And Mom let me try a sip of her rum and Coke. Way better.
So did you hear that? She likes rum and Coke. That is the connecting thread between the past and the future. We get up to get a drink. She said she liked rum and Coke in our memories. So that is the connection that we form, and we bring back rum and Coke. It's a pretty standard connection. That part is okay.
Anyways.
But the future shouldn't exist at all, in my opinion.
Living in Germany. My dad was stationed there for a couple years. I miss it. Still keep in touch with one friend, though.
Who's this friend?
Dominic. He's into punk music, too. And his dad's also in the service. We were really tight. I think Nora gets jealous whenever I talk about him.
So this is how it works in the past with your camcorder. Do you see why the camcorder is the good framing device, is the one that actually works, is the one that tells us how the story should be interpreted, is the one that adds to the way the story is told, and the future does nothing? I'm sure that you're all very convinced now. At least I hope so, because I don't have any better evidence. I could just do this again the next time it comes up, but I think you probably only need to see it once. The camcorder really works well. The interview of a 16-year-old by another 16-year-old as viewed through the lens of an unfathomable present, that works well. Showing the 40-year-old version of this character and having her not care, not be there, not be interested, that doesn't work. It works against the story. See you next time.